Alexander the Great, born in 356 BC in Pella, Macedonia, was one of history's most renowned military leaders and conquerors. He ascended to the throne at the young age of 20, succeeding his father, King Philip II. Under his leadership, the Macedonian Empire expanded exponentially, reaching from Greece to Egypt and as far east as India. Alexander's military prowess was matched by his strategic brilliance and charismatic leadership, which inspired unwavering loyalty from his troops. His conquests reshaped the political and cultural landscape of the ancient world, spreading Greek culture and knowledge across vast territories. Despite his early death at the age of 32, Alexander's legacy endured, leaving an indelible mark on history as one of the greatest conquerors of all time. Despite his unparalleled ambition and remarkable achievements, Alexander the Great's life was cut short by a sudden demise at the age of 32. The exact cause of his death remains a subject of debate among historians. Some theories suggest he succumbed to illness, possibly malaria or typhoid fever, while others propose poisoning or even assassination. Regardless of the exact circumstances, his passing in 323 BC marked the end of an era and left his vast empire in a state of uncertainty, triggering power struggles among his generals and ultimately leading to its fragmentation. Alexander's premature death deprived the ancient world of witnessing the full extent of his vision and potential, leaving behind a legacy of conquest, cultural diffusion, and enduring influence that continues to fascinate and inspire to this day. Alexander's untimely demise offers us significant lessons that resonate in the modern era, imparting wisdom applicable to contemporary contexts. These lessons remind us of the fragility of power and the unpredictability of life's course, urging us to contemplate the consequences of unchecked ambition and the importance of succession planning and leadership continuity. Furthermore, Alexander's legacy prompts reflection on the complexities of empire building and the necessity of sustainable governance structures to maintain stability and prevent fragmentation. By studying his life and its abrupt end, we can glean insights into the nature of leadership, the intricacies of geopolitics, and the enduring impact of individual actions on the course of history, guiding us as we navigate our own tumultuous times. Lesson 1. Hubris and overconfidence. Alexander the Great's downfall can be attributed, at least in part, to his own overconfidence and pride. As he marched his army eastward, conquering vast territories and encountering little resistance, Alexander began to see himself as invincible, believing himself to be more than mortal. This arrogance led him to push his soldiers beyond their limits, engaging in campaigns that stretched their resources and exhausted their morale. Moreover, Alexander's pride blinded him to the warning signs of dissent and betrayal among his closest advisors and generals. His refusal to heed counsel and his insistence on maintaining absolute control ultimately alienated those who had once been his staunchest supporters. In the end, his over-reliance on his own abilities and disregard for the perspectives of others sowed the seeds of his demise, contributing to the fracturing of his empire and his premature death, leaving behind a cautionary tale of the dangers of hubris for leaders throughout history to contemplate. Lesson 2. Lack of succession planning. Alexander the Great's conquests indeed reflected his unparalleled brilliance and larger-than-life persona, each victory solidifying his image as a visionary leader and military genius. However, this relentless pursuit of conquest and the centralization of power around his persona ultimately sowed the seeds of his downfall. Alexander's empire was built upon his own charisma, leadership, and military prowess, with little emphasis on establishing sustainable governance structures or grooming successors. Consequently, when Alexander's life was cut short, his empire lacked the institutional resilience to survive without him. The absence of a clear succession plan and the over-reliance on his personal authority led to internal power struggles among his generals, plunging the empire into chaos and ultimately resulting in its fragmentation. Thus, while Alexander's conquests may have immortalized his name in history, they also highlighted the fragility of empires built solely upon the cult of personality, underscoring the importance of institutional stability and succession planning in sustaining long-term achievements. Lesson 3. Overextension and logistics. Alexander the Great's insatiable thirst for conquest drove him to push his forces beyond their capabilities, leading to the overextension of his armies and supply lines. As he relentlessly expanded his empire across vast territories, from Greece to Egypt and into Asia, Alexander's armies faced increasingly daunting logistical challenges. The sheer distance and diverse terrain of his conquests stretched supply lines to their breaking point, making it difficult to adequately provision his troops and maintain communication between distant outposts. Additionally, constant warfare and the need to garrison newly conquered territories further strained his resources and manpower. This overextension left Alexander's forces vulnerable to ambushes, attrition, and guerrilla warfare tactics employed by local populations resisting his rule. Ultimately, the logistical burdens of maintaining such an expansive empire played a significant role in Alexander's struggles and contributed to the eventual decline of his conquests. Lesson 4. Cultural insensitivity. While Alexander the Great is often celebrated for his promotion of cultural exchange and understanding through the spread of Hellenistic influence across his vast empire, his conquests were also marred by instances of cultural insensitivity and brutality. Despite his admiration for Greek culture, Alexander's campaigns were characterized by the forced imposition of Greek customs and language upon conquered peoples, often disregarding and suppressing indigenous cultures and traditions. Moreover, his military campaigns were not without acts of extreme violence and cruelty, as seen in the massacres of civilian populations and the destruction of cities that resisted his rule. These displays of brutality served to instill fear and subjugate conquered peoples, highlighting the darker aspects of Alexander's ambition and the ruthless pursuit of his imperial goals. Thus, while Alexander's reign fostered some degree of cultural exchange, it was also tainted by a disregard for the diversity and autonomy of the lands he conquered. Lesson 5. Resistance and rebellion. As Alexander the Great's empire expanded across vast territories, he encountered escalating resistance and rebellion from subject peoples and conquered territories. The relentless pace of his conquests often left local populations feeling oppressed and resentful, leading to widespread discontent and uprisings against Macedonian rule. Moreover, Alexander's policy of integrating foreign soldiers into his army and appointing them to positions of authority sometimes sparked internal dissent and betrayal, as these troops maintained loyalty to their own cultures and agendas. Additionally, the imposition of heavy taxation and the conscription of labor further fueled grievances among subject populations, exacerbating tensions and fueling resistance movements. As Alexander's forces struggled to maintain control over far-flung territories, they faced persistent guerrilla warfare and ambushes from local insurgents determined to reclaim their independence. These ongoing challenges to his authority underscored the inherent difficulties of governing such a vast and diverse empire and contributed to the eventual unraveling of Alexander's conquests following his untimely death. Lesson 6. Health and mortality. Alexander the Great's premature death at the age of 32 remains shrouded in mystery and subject to debate among historians. Various theories have been proposed, including natural causes such as illness, particularly malaria or typhoid fever, or the consequences of sustained injuries from battles. Additionally, speculation about assassination plots by his own generals or political adversaries has persisted throughout history. However, regardless of the precise circumstances, Alexander's untimely demise serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of human life and the capriciousness of fate. Despite his unparalleled achievements and seemingly invincible persona, he was not immune to mortality's grasp. His death abruptly ended an era of conquest and ambition, leaving behind an unfinished legacy and sparking a succession crisis that ultimately led to the fragmentation of his empire. Thus, Alexander's passing stands as a testament to the fleeting nature of power and the uncertainty that pervades even the most grandiose of destinies. Lesson 7. Legacy and remembrance. Despite the tumultuous end to his reign and the subsequent fragmentation of his empire, Alexander the Great's legacy as one of history's most influential conquerors endures as a source of fascination and inspiration. His unparalleled military campaigns, which stretched from Greece to India, reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the ancient world and facilitated the spread of Greek culture and ideas far beyond their original borders. While his conquests were marked by both triumphs and tragedies, his visionary leadership and unwavering determination continue to captivate scholars and enthusiasts alike. Moreover, Alexander's mistakes and excesses serve as cautionary tales, prompting reflection on the perils of unchecked ambition and the complexities of governance in diverse and far-flung territories. His enduring legacy serves as a testament to the enduring impact of individuals on history and the inexhaustible well of lessons that can be gleaned from their triumphs and tribulations. The downfall of Alexander the Great provides invaluable lessons about the intricate nature of leadership, the perils of unrestrained authority, and the repercussions of hubris and overextension. By scrutinizing the elements that led to his eventual decline, we unearth critical insights into the trials encountered by leaders and the significance of humility, foresight, and empathy in navigating the complexities of human affairs and historical dynamics. Alexander's story serves as a cautionary tale, illustrating the dangers of becoming consumed by one's own power and ambitions, which can blind leaders to the needs and perspectives of those they govern. Moreover, his downfall highlights the necessity of strategic planning and the cultivation of a balanced approach to governance that considers the long-term consequences of one's actions. Through the study of Alexander's triumphs and failures, we are reminded of the enduring relevance of these lessons in guiding leaders toward more enlightened and sustainable paths of leadership.